Greetings and salutations all. It is I, Duncan Idaho, and tonight we are doing Star Treks with Reliant and Deep Space Nine. And we've got our usual cast and crew with us tonight, so let's go forward in the usual order. So tonight we've got our Chief Science Officer, Grawl.
Hey, I'm Arcane, and I'll also be playing Faberry, who will be your pilot this evening.
We've got our man at a time, DB Wells.
I am steadily running out of time, with all the time in the world.
We've got our security officer, JB, playing Chorog.
Just point me in the direction of those Jemadar.
We've got our con officer, Karjun Rani, played by Jarlin.
Yeah, see, it's easier for me to be prepared because I'm not the GM. When you're the player, stuff is so much easier.
We've got our XO and CMO and acting captain, Eli O'Connor.
Look on the bright side, kid. You get to keep all the money.
And our chief engineer, Rick Tier, played by Baz.
Wouldn't it just be easier to disassemble Deep Space Nine and just let it float there instead of having to, retake it over again?
Just build a new starbase and just, throw it at Deep Space Nine, smash it out of the way, and it's problem solved.
Oh god, don't remind me of Deep Space Nine 2.
It's just a tacky Cardassian fascist store.
But there's a Deep Space Nine too.
Yeah, and Beta, it looks horrible. I hate it. Give me a second, I'll post a picture.
Oh no. No.
It'll hurt your eyes. I'm so sorry.
Thankfully, everyone else is a listener. Oh, yeah, the proportions on that just don't work.
I hate it.
Yeah, just for the listeners, just imagine the docking pylons go around full circle and join up in a little, all join up together in the center of the station, so it's like one of those Sperling toy things.
On the bright side, it would make a great Christmas ornament.
Yeah, it looks like a spinny thing. The proportions don't look right. In theory, the design could be cool, but it's a little too stout, and then it's the pylons on the top and the bottom aren't quite right, and they kind of terminate a little bit early and kind of almost angled back down. Oh my god.
It looks crooked. It's kind of bent to the right a little for some reason.
Yeah, and kind of someone squished the top and squished the bottom. Stretched out the bottom.
If it's any consolation, I'm pretty sure it blows up almost immediately.
Yeah, it's basically AI DS9.
I don't suppose you'd let me ram a Galaxy class into that thing, would you?
I'd let you... No, Galaxy classes are expensive.
Galaxy class flees from it.
Send a Miranda. We got 1 billion of those.
One every hour. Just keep it coming. Anyway. So tonight we are finally getting on to our retaking of Deep Space Nine, similar to the Star Trek Online episode Bully They Road. I say similar, as folks here have complete freedom and liberty to do what they want, because this is a tabletop RPG and we're reveling in that tonight. So let's basically
we don't have complete freedom. We can't just ignore it.
I mean, come up with a good enough reason. Anyway. So where we last left off, the crew had uncovered an Undine infiltration plot in the middle of Norfolk, England, as they resupplied at Earth Space Dock, where the ship resupplied and the crew had a little bit of shore leave time, which rapidly got into a crazy adventure. So, basically, what we have to start off with tonight is anything people want to do en route. So basically, Reliant has clear go-ahead, join up with the task force, and the mission will basically start when they get there. As they've been chosen for the infiltration assault team, based on their high test scores for the holographic simulated training scenario of retaking DS9, because their kill count was inflated by holographic Jem'Hadar taking over Starbase Magellan. At any rate, so basically anything you want to do en route, or finishing up from the last episode, we are free to do right now.
Well, the camera pans and zooms in on engineering, where Rick Tier is hard at work. The door opens, and Kara steps through and moves over to his side. Rick, I was just wondering, if you have some spare time, could you help me with something?
Rick is in the middle of just going over a pad which one of the engineering team just passed to him, and he said, "This looks good," and passes it back. What are you looking at?
Well, you remember how you built that robotic saurian? Seems like you're pretty good at robotics, right? And probably simple VI programming.
Know a little bit about VI programming, but I can pretty much make anything.
Okay, well, see, the thing is I had a little project, something to supplement our Argos supplies, but I can't do it on my own. And she moves over to a console and she starts tapping a few buttons, and she pulls up a blueprint, which I will put in chat. And for everybody at home, because you can't see it, she has basically pulled up what is basically a robotic dinosaur, it looks like, with a kind of saddle on its back. It has 2 legs, 2 arms, and a very blocky head.
So a sauroid mount of some kind.
Sorry, what was that, Rick?
A sauroid. Reptilian.
Yeah, more or less. Just with a simple VI to let it go. It feels like it could be something that we could use in rougher terrain where the Argo can't go. Could also be good in battle, considering it might be able to defend itself.
Well, especially, you've got some claws here. Those are, some inbuilt weapons right there. Especially if we make them sharp.
Yeah, so anyway, if you could help me build this, that'd probably be good. I can help with the programming, and then we can basically pull it all together into something that we could use. On rougher terrain, it'd probably be a lot more useful. It could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the tires are a bit of a potential problem. They don't do well with slippery terrain and uneven terrain. They're just sort of like going upstairs is a problem for many of those kind of things. But quadrupedal vehicle would be quite good in that area.
Well, this one's bipedal, but we can make a couple versions if you want.
And he just sort of like, just sort of like changes the orientation of the model a little bit on the tab. That bipedal also works.
For folks at home, this might have been an issue because the picture I sent in question has the dinosaur, robot actually leaning over quite a bit. Car just nods and says, "Okay, well, the next time you and I both have some free time together, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you out with whatever you need. I'm perfectly willing to get my hands dirty on this. I need somebody who knows more than me."
Well, Daniel also has a bit of experience from what I read of his reports with robotics. We could all get together and create something quite impressive.
The more the merrier. I'll go send him an email and ask what he thinks about it. Thanks, Rick. And after a bit, she kind of just gives Rick a wave and heads out. On her way, she pulls out a datapad and sends a letter off to DB and just says, "Hey, want to build a robot dinosaur?"
At this point, we cut to Daniel in his room. He appears to be working on his spacesuit with an industrial sewing machine, just finishing up something. He's just kind of holding it up and looking at it when a little alert comes through. He reads the message and he just kind of thinks about it for a moment, shrugs to himself, and sends a response, "Yeah, I gotta keep busy somehow."
Kara just sends back, a little thumbs up emoji. I believe that is the end for the stuff I'm doing, so everyone else can, do stuff.
John wants to ride the dinosaur. Let John
build
know
it first.
Gotta build it first. This episode is now about building John a dinosaur friend.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have an entire separate hangar for our giant robot mounts.
I mean, I figure we can just keep them wherever they keep the Argos, because those are on the ship and they never show where they're stored.
Like we've got we can squeeze all the shuttle bays into one bay and just have the other bay just our robot pen.
I mean, if you really want to be efficient, you could just store these in the shuttles. And then if you need the shuttle, you just open the door and it walks out, and then you get in the shuttle.
We just got to designate one of the bays as the experimental craft bay.
I'm sure there already is one.
Eli, do you want to designate a bay an experimental craft bay? You are acting captain.
Do we want to keep them in a bay, or do I want to keep them in one of the... Crap, what do you call them? Arboreums? Do we have an arboreum? I'm pretty sure we
Arboretum.
Arboretum.
We probably have an arboretum.
They could stay in there instead. It'd be nicer.
I mean, I guess I wasn't thinking on making them that intelligent.
John will try.
Listen, it'll fit the aesthetic.
You just want to recreate Jurassic Park, don't you?
I wasn't even considering that, but now that you say that, yes.
I just want to ride a robot dinosaur.
I just thought it'd be a nicer place to do it because it has greens and stuff.
Well, I mean, there's also the urban mech. There's I have plans for the future for Daniel to build his own shuttle craft thing, and I'm sure Chorog's probably going to want to work on his shuttle from time to time, adding whatever mods.
I know it'll never happen, but funny idea if the urban mech ever got critically damaged, just pop the top of it off and just install the upper half of the urban mech somewhere on the Reliant as a turret.
Oh.
You could do that with spare parts.
I hate it.
I'm sure you can mod out the torpedo bay for that.
We have pop-out urban mechs on the hull.
No.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's basically we've just got a fleet of urban mechs ready to go, and there's just oh crap, we need to have some additional point defense. Just have the Urbies go out.
We only have one. It's fine.
I was about to say the Urbies are walking across the hull like the fucking R2 droids on Phantom Menace.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, to be fair, Chorog Shell is already in the experimental craft bay because it leaks questionable fluids, and Car doesn't like it when it goes near the other shuttles.
All right, we have an experimental craft bay. I guess we're designating one, but yeah, we're not making a shit ton of urban mechs.
Honestly, that's the best.
Thank you.
Yeah. It would kind of detract from the specialness of the one we've got already. So
it will fight on the hull at some point, though. It can do that.
Possibly in the upcoming episodes.
Anyway, does anybody have anything else? Because I could start a tactical meeting. I've got some ideas.
There's one question I've got for Eli. Is there anything you want to leave off with Big D finishing up the last episode?
It also sounds like
that was your stuff. So if you want something with that,
I don't have anything particularly in mind.
It also sounds like Rick had something. He was starting to talk.
Well, this was going to be for this episode, so if there was going to be something for previous episodes, that would take precedence. But Rick is also looking at, since the DS9 is known, we could try to do something that would interfere with DS9's internal sensors. Pretend that... Do a fake sort of cloaking thing, even if it's not visual from sensors.
All right, but you're going to have to give me a reason engineering roll. It's going to be difficulty 3 because, well, DS9 is a special creation of Chief O'Brien trying to integrate a crazy amount of conflicting technology, and then subsequent generations of chief engineers who have added onto that mess and come up with their own bodges. So DS9 it's a prestigious station, but from an engineering standpoint, it is a horrendous creature to anyone who's not initiated in its mechanics.
Yeah, I'm expecting my character to hate DS9 after the end of all this, but we'll see how it goes. You know what? I'm gonna use him, trigger his determination already, and Knowledge and its careful application can solve anything.
Yeah.
You said reason engineering?
Yes.
Don't think experimental technology would apply here as a focus.
It's not really experimental. It's all old technology. It's just bodged together in insane ways.
EPS power, I don't think phasers wouldn't apply. Survival, transporters, or athletics, none of those would apply.
I think EPS would.
Can Trog lend a hand? He has information hacking and creative solutions.
Creative solutions would be the only focus I would say on that.
Daniel has a focus in integrating technology.
Okay, so you two can assist with 1 dice. And with everyone piling in, I'll also spend 2 threat. So the complication range will be 18.
Okay, so now I won't be using the determination since I've got extra assistance on this.
How do you roll 1 dice again?
It's gonna be like what you can do is just type /R, and then it's your target, and then the number of dice. So it's your engineering and reason, and then you just do space and then 1. Either that, or you can just do a regular roll and just count the first number.
So that would be 2 successes from me because I have a 4 in engineering.
Yeah, so 2 successes, no successes from JB, so let's see how Rick does.
Okay. Rolling for Rick, and that's another 2 successes for Rick.
Target 17, oh god. Yeah, so you're able to work together as a group to come up with a plan on how to spoof the DS9 systems with whatever sensor ghost that you see fit. So you're able to basically trigger false alarms, create false life readings, just basically playing off how Cardassian and Starfleet and Bajoran technology all feed into each other and have innumerable relays where sensor data from one type of system is feeding into another type of system and being processed by a third system and being botched together with generations of tech.
Alrighty, so that is a Rick's preparation.
I suppose outside of maybe like a suiting up montage after we come up with a plan, I don't think Daniel really has anything to do before we head on in.
Faberry is just going to be checking over the shuttle, making sure everything's right before we depart on it.
Alright, I guess that is that no one has anything else they want to do to prepare.
That would seem to be the case, so shall we move on to a tactical briefing?
Yes.
Alright, camera, pans around. This time it's the ready room, and all of the senior command staff are sitting around the table. There's a holographic projection of DS9 across the middle. The crew looks to our acting captain for the signal to begin.
Eli, this is your meeting.
Yep, Eli gives a nod and just whoever wants to start first.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure we gotta ask this question at some point. We have time machines. Why don't we just go back to before they took the station?
You really haven't internalized how much time travel is a thing of last resort, have you? Time travel is mostly used to fix and prevent something else. Other time travel. Other than that, you don't do it.
Alright, not allowed. Got it.
And besides,
I'm out of ideas.
The thing with time travel is you step on the wrong insect and you're going to change the future immeasurably.
I know the butterfly effect. I just figured it's an option we gotta at least acknowledge before moving on from.
Well, I've got a plan if anybody else has anything. I figure what we really need to do is we need to take out Karakhan, because he's the issue here. All the Jem'Hadar on the station and the fleet, they're listening to him. If he was out of the picture, then they would have to listen to Loris or to the female changeling.
Maybe they're going to have to listen to the female changeling anyway, aren't they?
Sooner or later. Something tells me she's not going to be very happy about all this. But hey, I'm not a Jem'Hadar, so not my problem. So, with that in mind, The main thing we need to do is keep the Jem'Hadar distracted, and then send some folks to Ops to take out Karukan. Or failing that, to take out all of Ops.
So, to step back for a second, for people who haven't played the episode in question, the intel that everyone would have received from the various goings-on in Starfleet is that the effort to take DS9 was led by a group of Jem'Hadar from the 24th century. So back during the Dominion War. They were sidetracked by the great prophet/wormhole aliens that live in the wormhole near DS9, and now that bill is finally coming due. The group is led by a Vorta, the species that leads the field operations of the Dominion, by the name of Loris, and there's the head Jem'Hadar is Karukan. So that's the sort of the intel on this.
And what has basically happened so far is that since we don't really want to have a fight, one of the big things that Starfleet had done was contact the Dominion for help resolving the issue, which involved sending someone through to talk to Weyoun, and no one likes to talk to Weyoun. But we did finally get an agreement. Starfleet would release the female changeling, whom they had held as a prisoner of war, and in return, the Dominion would get their fleet to stand down and leave DS9. Unfortunately, when that happened, and the female changeling and Loris met Karukan, and the female changeling very, very harshly dressed Karukan down as a complete fucking failure, and did not give him leave to continue his war against the Alpha Quadrant, he sort of snapped and ordered his Jem'Hadar to attack everyone but the Founder. And since then, he has retreated from that little kerfluffle back to DS9, where he is still holding it as his own little fiefdom. I think that covers the salient political and tactical points in the background for those who did not know.
He crazy.
Yeah, and for some reason,
he's elected to hold up in the most secure part of DS9, Ops.
And for some reason, the other Jem'Hadar are listening to him and not the Founder. Go figure.
So I have managed to put together a scrambling device that would be able to create sensor ghosts within the Deep Space Nine sensor network and hide our approach, so we can be more tactical in how we deal with threats while there.
Well, that's even better. We could use sort of a bait-and-switch tactic. Make Karukan think that our main forces have gone through, I don't know, the promenade and are trying to go up the elevator to, Ops, or go down it to engineering. Meanwhile, what we could do, given the skills we have available, is we could detach a small squad, or perhaps special weapons, to cross the outside hull of DS9 and attack Ops from outside. It's not a direction they would ever consider.
I'll take my Reathaean squad. We'll do it.
I still have other options to consider before I allow you to do that, Chorog. You were saying something, DB?
I guess I don't really know where else I'd be, I guess, an asset in all this outside of a spacewalk. So am I part of that part of the plan, or?
If that's what we go forward with.
You could also stay on electronic warfare, hack into their systems, make sure they don't shut down the sensor ghosts or figure out what's going on.
Does he have the look of a computer hacker to you?
Considering I don't know what a computer hacker would look like, yes.
We're going to have to watch War Games at some point for movie night on the ship.
I'm a little bit more of a hardware guy than a software guy, but I can do some computer stuff.
Setsa raises a hand.
Yes, Setsa?
My brain can access computers.
This is incredibly true.
I mean, technically mine can too, although computers is not exactly my specialty. Still, that is a point. Setsa and I can interact with a computer much more easily than any organic being.
I mean, I was a pirate at one point in time, so hacking is kind of what I did.
I hear pirate and the word hacker does not come to mind. That's just me, but...
What's our, Ferberry speaks up, what's our plan for getting even close to the station? As soon as they detect a shuttle or a ship on sensors, they're going to start firing everything the station has.
Well, that's what the spoofing hack that we came up with is for. We can basically make them not see what we want them not to see, at least for a bit.
Just for internal sensors. Does this also apply to external?
Even for that,
if we walk onto the DS9's hull, we can tie our device into both the internal and external sensors and fool them.
As for getting close to DS9, I could do that if you don't have anything else for me to do. Not to brag, but I'm the best damn pilot in Starfleet. If I want to be in there, there's nothing they can do to stop me.
Daniel raises his hand.
Stupid idea. Yes, Daniel.
I should probably also mention I did just finish an upgrade to my suit. You know how Chorog and his whole team have been dabbling with neutronium armor and stuff?
I'm aware.
Well, after I was told about that stuff existing, I've been looking into it, and I long story short, it's in my suit now. So I shouldn't come up on sensors while I'm wearing it, if that helps anything.
Maybe. Okay, Kara. So you're the best damn pilot I know, obviously.
Sir?
How close do you think you can get us if we're evading just fire, like not stopping and we're just going past Deep Space Nine, like right through one of the inner circle things? You know what I mean?
I can probably get you less. I can get you probably less than 10 meters from the hull.
Okay, that's a lot better than I thought. So here is a stupid, crazy, insane idea. And it's going to be very adrenaline pumping, suicidal. So we got Checkers, right? And you know what Checkers has?
Insanity?
He's got insanity, yes, but he's also got that fucking mech. What if we stand that on the hull, get as close as we can, and have him jump from there onto DS9, and it'll just look like something shearing off?
We could do that. And for sure, if you can get that thing over to Ops, it should be able to completely clear house.
And I'm not saying that we just send the mech. I think we can get some people on it as well, like attach them to the outer chassis with some kind of magnets.
Okay, this sounds like a good plan. I guess the only other question is the diversionary force. Do we want them to try and get to engineering and to do anything useful, or just to draw fire?
Get them to engineering.
All right, so we'll want someone to lead the detachment down to engineering as well.
That probably best would be me.
Are you sure? There's going to be a lot of gunfire.
Well, it's engineering. That's what I know how to do best, and I am familiar with phasers. So, I mean, if I need to get shot at to do this, then I guess I gotta.
All right. So far as we've planned, allow me to reiterate, I will fly the Reliant in as close as possible. Checkers will disgorge the mech along with a squad of people to take Ops. Meanwhile, a different squad will be disgorged to take engineering that is led by Rick Tier. During this time period, Setsa will be attempting to make sure that the station's computer systems do not recover and that the Jem'Hadar are kept on the back foot.
Okay, my only question on this is how is Rick Tier's team getting off, and, getting off as well?
The same way.
All right, they'll also be on the mech. They'll split up from there.
Well, no, you can just have them jump out the airlock.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, as long as we're close enough to the station, then we can get a maglock on the hull.
The pressure difference when you open the airlock should just launch you, yeah.
And if not, there are always maneuvering packs.
True.
So that does leave some of us with a bit less to do. Chorg and the Riothans have not yet been assigned to a station. Graal has not been assigned to a station. DB has not been assigned to a station. Setsa and Marcus have not been assigned to a station. And If you wanted a personal hand in this, sir, you have not said so.
I kind of want a personal hand.
Very good.
Thans and I can cause a hell of a distraction.
That would leave you going with the engineering team and going with Rick. Are you okay with that?
We could try. I'm sure that we could do a hell of a job protecting them.
I would appreciate the assistance, definitely.
We'll go in first, pull them away from the engineering section, let you guys go to work.
Rawl, I realize that combat is not your forte. Do you have any particular idea on how you might best support this mission?
I guess I could do science stuff on the bridge.
Could you work with Setsa then? You could help keep her tied into the sensor systems and help make sure that our electronic warfare is at peak performance.
Alrighty.
Alright, so Grawl will assist Setsa.
And Setsa is staying on the ship then?
Yes.
Alright, just making sure.
Setsa looks somewhat relieved.
At that point, we still have Marcus and DB. If it would not be out of place for me to suggest, they, along with Captain O'Connor, if you wish, could all be part of the squad that head to Ops.
Say that again?
If it be wished, Captain O'Connor, Marcus, and DB could all be part of the squad that heads to Ops. We have 2 extremely good tactical fighters, Checkers with his machine, and Daniel, who knows more about spacewalking than anyone.
All right.
I'm not opposed. Sorry.
Not particularly. Who do you wish to be in charge of the ship in your absence, sir?
Do you think you can command the ship from the pilot seat?
I could do reasonably well. Somebody else gets to handle the weapons, of course.
John raises a hand.
I think John, you may have to fight Larissa with that.
John, you're coming with us.
Oh, geez.
Don't you have to be Checker's squire anyway?
That's right, I must be a squire.
Don't worry, John, I have a special task for you too. So, while you're with us.
We are taking notes.
Yeah, sorry everybody. When you're actually doing tactical combat, you actually do have to write things down.
This is where the Jeopardy music goes in.
This is the boring part of war and
What, we have to actually figure out logistics?
But logistics is fun with Satisfactory and with Factorio and with...
Look, I'll never say no to a good game of combat spreadsheets.
Meanwhile, there's a Zap Brannigan-esque planning meeting going on, helmed by the SDO player character, talking about how they'll warp straight in and blow up half the fleet. And then, while the other half of the fleet is getting destroyed, other half of the Starfleet fleet, by the way, they will heroically come in and save the day. Question mark, question mark, question mark, drinks for everyone.
See, that's just the Federation player character. What about the Klingon player character?
Going back to the Federation Klingon, or the Federation player character, there's also a whiteboard in there with the plan written on it, and in big bold letters in the middle is just "Fire at Will" circled with lots of arrows pointing to it.
Here's our plan. Fire at will. We go in and wait. I need to do a roll for the player character and their ship. Oh, just a second.
It's that old joke, we come in peace, fire at will.
Okay, they are successfully going to warp in at a very strategic point in DS9 and do a lot, if there's a ship battle, to keep fire off a lot of other people. They did really well in this role, getting 4 successes.
They're pulling all the aggro.
They're pulling all the aggro, and they will actually be doing a useful job in that purpose. They will not fly to a shipyard in a completely unaligned, unrelated system and start blowing up hulks. That was the comp. It's just like there's like a ship like scrapping yard of just like a field of just junked freighters and other civilian vessels, and it's just like a Federation ship warps in there and just blows the entire yard up. That
just in my head is the Simpsons joke of some poor guy in a jumpsuit looking through a window going, "Oh man, Paul Newman's gonna have my legs broken."
Oh, for the planning notes, we've got random red shirt with the engineering squad. I'm going to look up on the Google Drive who we've got for random red shirts, because I know we've got like random officers on there.
Well, it's Janek.
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny, and they just seemed like they needed more.
We've got like an actual like Ensign Jimmy type thing. Let me get that.
Well, if this is like the TNG era, wouldn't it be a random yellow shirt?
This is the Stowe era, so still yellow shirt, but yeah. He's one of the temporal transfers from the 23rd century. He's still wearing the red shirt.
Okay, so we've got Bash Javash, a Tellarite. We've got Tarble Bueller.
Tarble Bueller? What?
These are the products of random episodes that I remembered to actually write the names down. We've got Roberta Gilman, Tactical Officer Junior. We've got Civ for Junior Security. We've got actually a couple of Romulans. We've got Janek, and then we've also got a Suro. Let's also remember
Bryce. We haven't used him for a while.
Yeah, you got Bryce.
A random red shirt. He's got a role on the thing.
Yeah, it's just looking at. Yeah, I think Tarble Bueller was basically he's a random engineering officer who was yelled at by Chorog at one point.
Amazing.
He's still emotionally scarred from that encounter.
Also, Nathan Anderson, who's second in command of engineering.
I would have put in, the Kitsune character that I have, but he doesn't have a spacesuit that could fit his tails.
Wait, don't we still have the guys from that one Nebula on board?
Which Nebula?
It's always a fucking nebula.
I mean, there have been a few nebulae.
The guy that Chorog befriended.
That's still very, very open.
Surprisingly broad category for a pirate.
How long ago was this?
Couple months.
Oh God.
Well, we've slept since then, so unless somebody wrote it down.
You're not talking about the Trident system, are you?
Yeah, no. the guys from Trident.
Oh, Urton.
Oh, that
Urton.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a pocket universe, basically.
Yeah, Urton is not combat.
No, he would be like it goes from retaking DS9 to everyone run away from Urton.
Basically.
Oh, can we give Urton something to do?
I mean,
Urton can be on the ship doing engineering stuff, but you don't send him into combat. It's a bad idea.
No. Like, you've got a bunch of other people too. You've still got Apathy. You've still got Zacius Havoc. You've still got Sabatu, Kieran, Hollow Garrick.
Speaking of which, when it actually comes to the electronic warfare, we do have Kieran who, can help.
He can use the hollow emitter.
I was going to say, in addition to everything else, we have a fucking AI, so...
We send Hollow Columbo onto the...
God, we did?
No, Hollow Columbo's busy investigating the illegal mining operation.
He's busy.
It's just hundreds of Hollow Columbos just everywhere. Just one more question, sir.
He's busy. He's busy.
I'm so sorry to bother you at this juncture, but just one more thing I gotta ask you. What's that over there?
Oh, please! I'm not falling for that oldest trick in the. And they actually get hit from behind.
We've also got a Jimothy Murdoch, who is a Pharacin astromycologist.
Get him killed. He's cute.
Yeah, he's somebody's got to grow the mushrooms to feed John.
Yeah.
Chorg, if we did that scene, it would take all fucking night. He would not stop talking that morning, I swear.
He's a real motor mouth, but it'd be a funny scene.
You get him started and look.
It could be a cut to black. And then when we cut back to him, he's still talking.
48 hours later.
I mean, we just use all the SpongeBob, interstitials in order from smallest time to longest time. And every time you come back, I'm still Lorne talking.
Does that also include the
3 centuries later.
So long that the old narrator retired and they had to hire a new one.
Okay, but seriously, back on track.
Yes, back on track. So you do have a plan for how to send people around when you're getting onto the start, using the urban mech as your glorious chariot, and various other ways of propelling people onto the station with thruster packs and maybe a little bit of a maneuvering sled, because you basically get like a grav plate, and in 0G that's going to give you a bit of maneuverability and the ability to use it as a shield.
Ryuji is going to chill on the ship.
Yeah, he can transport in, or actually, no. You have a job. You could have John spore jump him over, and then join Checkers.
He might be better with the other team. I don't want all my characters in one team. I already have a tough time having a conversation with myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, John can jump him in if you want at some point, but until then, he's just going to be sitting in Club 42
if it actually
drinking
turns
tea.
out that you guys are not doing well in combat, which I do not foresee, we can have Ryuji be our clutch.
The engineering squad also might need anybody good with medicine over there.
Yeah, who actually has first aid training among the engineering squad. If not, you might want to pull one of our engineering, or you might want to. Yeah,
make him get off his ass for once.
Yeah, that would not be Chirag.
Could be the red shirt.
Yeah.
Rick doesn't. Rick doesn't.
I was about to say, the problem with the red shirt is I think they're going to get shot, so...
He can medicine himself. Doctor, heal thyself.
Yeah, Get is too angry to die.
Problem is that you send Get out there, he doesn't even have a weapon, he's just hurling insults.
See, Get has to stay in the medical bay because, he's in charge of medicine when I'm not around.
You've
That's
also
what we in
got
the business called vicious mockery.
You do have two additional medical personnel. You got Zarij, who's an Andorian, and you've got Motra, who's El Shane.
Let's send the Andorian, give them some Yushan tours.
Zarij.
Some Yushan, yeah.
She's got Ushan tours as a hobby and is very keen to send them off.
They're only decorative. Oh God!
Surgery via Ushan Tor.
Leave a hell of a scar.
It's all repairable damage she leaves. It's just horrible undergoing it.
When you said surgery, I assumed there would be anesthetic.
Okay, I'm just gonna replace random shred. What did you say the Andorian's name was?
Zarij. So it's
I don't know how to spell that.
Zeryj.
All right, I've managed to keep a good lock on this.
Zarij.
Okay, so one more thing. What are all our hollow assets that we can harass the Jem'Hadar with? Just send over to the hollow emitters on the station.
You got Hollow Garrick.
Hollow Garrick.
Chirag has his training simulation.
I assume we all have, the typical Dixon Hill.
You do realize that you could send... Graves raises a hand and says, we could deploy the combat holograms that we use to train against the Jem'Hadar. Basically, holographic Jem'Hadar to shoot the Jem'Hadar.
You could, but that kind of takes the fun out of it.
Oh, like in the Magnificent Ferengi.
Listen. If we were here to take the fun out of things, we just have John teleport over, grab the Jem'Hadar, and then jump him to the brig. We could just do that.
Daniel's just kind of just sitting there, not really sure what his expression is, but he's just kind of muttering, "Fun! We're going into a war zone." What the?
This is what happens when people don't work for money.
I mean, Kara's busy organizing the ship team, which is her, Faberi, Setza, Kieran, and Grawl. I'm not going on there. I don't have to worry about holograms.
I mean, yeah, this would also be a point Eli could suggest a big band program. A Legion of Rick Astley's.
We could send the Wendigo.
We've memory hold that episode. It doesn't exist. There's no Wendigo. Let's move
on.
Damn. If we're just thinking about hollow distractions, we could just have a bunch of marching bands going down the corridors. They're loud, obnoxious, and mobile.
I still say we should send a Hollow Columbo into ops.
He would be a good distraction for the person calling the shots. What's his name?
BB, do you want to do that?
Me, the player, I wouldn't. Me, the player, I wouldn't be opposed to doing a cut to Columbo bothering the guy in charge, cut back to the action type thing.
The problem is that if we send someone to ops, then he might realize what we're trying to do, which is go after ops.
Yeah, it could just be played off as a random malfunction.
Well, I mean, considering we're already doing stuff with the sensors and the systems, it probably would be assumed to be as part of whatever's happening there.
It's a full invasion. Of course they're going to head to ops at some point. He just doesn't know from where.
Fair enough.
All right, Hollow Columbo, you're getting sent to ops.
Been pulled off that mining operation. We got more important task at hand.
Send you to ops. You're going to be intangible. He's going to try to punch you. Just goes through you.
Whoa. Let's calm down for a moment. I just want to ask you a couple questions.
All right. So, everyone, you've got a good, firm grasp of your various jobs? If not, ask questions.
Okay, so Daniel's going with the stealth team on the outside of the hole to ops, and Columbo's being there as a distraction already in ops when the holograms start running, right?
That would seem to be, yes, the plan.
Okay, just clarifying my parts in it.
Oh god, I know what to do for the promenade distraction, though. Clowns.
No.
If it's bad for us, imagine how bad it'll be for the Jem'Hadar that have no concept of what a clown is.
It will haunt the station for years to come. Like, you do realize that, like, I'm actually going to have you guys roll at a certain point whether or not these distractions will become embedded in DS9 systems and be a recurring problem for the techs to try to deal with at some point in the future. If you're going to be messing with the systems, which are horribly botched together, there's a chance they might not be unstuck. Or at least have occasional glitches where they deploy clowns.
If it becomes too big of a problem, they'll just send O'Brien in to fix it. Get him off the academy for a couple days.
Oh, you have clowned DS9. Cultural heritage site for Bajor and deployed clowns to it.
Get clowned!
Yeah, but consider that I was while you're deploying them, you can have this song playing. This song will play.
Send in the
Clowns by Frank Sinatra. For anybody that didn't guess it immediately.
You've got Vic singing it from the upper deck.
Deal.
With an entire chorus of Krusty the Clowns.
Oh god. Anyway, so clowns on the promenade, Columbo in the ops. Does anybody want something for engineering?
Stuck on DS9 with you.
I think we're good with that, with all the sensors and with everything else going on. I think we should be fine.
You sure you don't want the Beastie Boys? Some classical music?
We gotta get classical artist Hatsune Miku in there somewhere.
I'm gonna leave this one up to Chorog. JB.
What kind of music we're gonna use?
I mean, distraction. Like, what kind of holograms, if any, that you have distracting?
Oh, I have a hell of a distraction planned.
Oh boy.
I believe you mentioned Blackbeard.
Oh, I got something better than Blackbeard. I'm going to hack into the Replimat system, and every Replimat on the station is going to eject banana hot nonstop. It's just going to be a mess of hot bananas everywhere.
That's going to be a pain. That's the one that's going to get stuck in the fucking system, isn't it?
I mean, it's going to be for all of these little, messing up the systems. You will do a roll at the end of the episode to see which of these stick. Or become
please let be the
ghost
banana
in the
hot.
systems.
That would be hilarious.
Will we have to succeed or fail for them to stay around?
It'll be a complication for them to become occasional glitches for the ship. So, occasionally, DS9, one of the replicators just ejects a banana.
Banana hot. Banana hot. Banana
it's just
hot.
one every few months, just randomly on the station. Just a banana is just ejected and hits the opposing wall. So at any rate, I think everyone's good to go. We're kind of descending the spiral staircase into the glorious realm of madness. And with that, we'll take a short break.
Oh, thank God. I've been holding it in.
Oh, okay.
The crew has had their meeting, and with travel time, they've been able to make their preparations and do any battle supply requisitions and equipment and refurbishing, and basically they are good to go. Folks are getting on the assault team are getting ready over in one of the shuttle bays, while Reliant is hanging with the fleet as negotiations proceed fruitlessly, and there's a bit of a standoff between the Allied Federation Klingon and Romulan fleet and DS9 and Gemini fleet.
I'm not exactly sure where Daniel's supposed to show up for his team, but he's showing up there and just kind of affixing his helmet as he arrives at the meeting point.
You're going to the special hangar.
The experimental craft hangar, gotcha.
That's where the urban mech lives.
And that's also where the Ryuthans are in their spiffy spacesuits carrying their rifles.
Strong's there too with his outfit.
Checkers is just working on the mech, not noticing anybody. He doesn't notice the growing team gathering. He's ignorant. He's in the zone.
Daniel's going to look around for someone who he sees has a scanner or a tricorder or something on them, and just the closest person walk up to them and ask, "Hey, can you try scanning me? I just want to make sure this works the way I think it will."
We'll give that to the Ryuthayan team. Insight science!
Yeah, no successes.
They see nothing.
Look, I'm sorry, you just asked the science team to do a science, or the security team to do a science roll.
Well, it fits. No, they are not able to detect anything through the neutronium suit. They indeed suspect Daniel may not even be there. He is a hologram.
Daniel just says, good. Just as expected. Oh, and by the way, Daniel's suit doesn't really look much different. The only visual difference you might be able to notice is that maybe it looks a little thicker, more padded, but that's pretty much it. He's out of character. He's sewn a neutronium foil into the layers of his suit.
Rick is coming in with his full engineering tool belt. His spacesuit already on, and looks to see that what's his name?
Who?
The urban mech.
Randolph P. Checkers.
Yes, Checkers. Is currently working on it and taps his combat, which is on the outside of it. Checkers, have you received any messages recently?
Checkers does not tap his comm badge. He's too in the zone. He does not acknowledge it.
Rick T will try again before trying something else. But presuming that fails, he will actually try and climb up the mech. And
it's on the leg right now, so you don't have to climb up.
Okay. So he will physically start tapping him on the shoulder.
What's up? Yep.
I don't suppose you've noticed that we're undergoing preparations for a mission, and he'll just sort of point out to the others.
What mission are you going on?
John is in the cockpit of the urban mech doing pre-flight checks.
We are getting ready to Deep Space Nine.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. So I presume everything is ready to go. You don't need to do final preparations here.
No, this is good to go. Yeah. No. Mm-hmm.
Rick here is going to do an insight check. For some reason, he has suspicions.
Do the suspicion roll.
I mean, what are you suspicious of?
Like
the mech is fine. The mech's ready to go. There's just something else.
Yeah, like, what is, like, it just sort of seems like distracted or perhaps not telling the full truth.
Basically, is Checkers actually ready for this?
Or is he, like, up to something?
I mean, it's a 0 anyway, because Rick has horrendous...
Checkers is ready. He is more than ready. He is laser focused. Like, laser focused.
He's done all the reading, too. He's good to go.
Stimulated. Very stimulated.
I know what this could be. Oh, I've just been watching a lot of Space Station 13 videos of Checkers, and there's something that could get him stimulated, but we're not going to mention.
Okay, then, I guess...
it's fine. It's not that, though.
We will, we'll be going soon.
Alright, yep, I can do that. Mm-hmm.
And Rick here just sort of walks away and blinking confusedly.
He climbs up the mech like a spider monkey. He's up there fast. He's getting into the cockpit.
All right. So, everyone is getting on board the Urban Mech. Chorog, if you wanted to do your scene, now's the time to take that initiative.
Trog walks out in front of everyone. Says, "Soon we'll be going into battle. Remember, these are Jemadar. These are genetically engineered soldiers. They will not run. They will not retreat. They will show no mercy. So therefore, expect no quarter. Expect no mercy. Show no mercy. We attack. We attack with everything we have. We move as one. We move with force. That's the only thing that these guys respect, a show of force. And we will show them what a show of force is all about. I have confidence in each and every one of you that we will achieve our objectives. Because as the Jemadar say, victory is life."
Eli claps. He's just shown up, like, just before Chorog's given the speech.
There are squeaks of assent from the Reotheans.
John gives a jaunty salute with a heavy thud on his Earl helmet.
Daniel gives a half-hearted fist pump, just goes, "Hoorah!"
I believe it's hoorah.
Trog pulls a Doc Talk from his belt. "To battle!"
Reotheans line up near the airlocks, ready to jump out as if they were paratroopers.
There's a ding-dong from the general comms, and cheery voice calls out, "Setsu Jigoro here. I've got the comms for right now. I've been trusted with this duty and will not do anything to mess this up. Today's going to be a good day, apart from, well, all the shooting. So, we just got the relay from Admiral Ross and the rest of the fleet that, well, the negotiations aren't going anywhere, and there's a few small skirmishes. Reliant is going to be moving in with a strike team of Griffin-class escorts, and it'll look like we're just going to be making a torpedo run on the station. We'll then pull off and launch the infiltration team. With that, good luck, everyone, and if you need, John will come save you. He'll be good. Anyway, take care, all. Bing bong.
I'm trying to find a picture, but the wiki's being weird.
You hear the
Vance just mutters, "It's not the same without the bosun's whistle."
I mean, I can order to bring that back. Do you want that back?
I mean, they're not part of the crew, so.
I just meant the whistle in general.
Versus the New Age Starfleet Bing Bong.
Yeah, I don't like the Bing Bong either. Bring back the whistle, executive order right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can make that. That'll happen. It'll be a bosun's whistle next time.
All right, sweet.
So,
but yeah, we climb up onto the mech, I'm guessing.
Everyone climbs up onto the mech. The shuttle bay doors start to open, and, well, you get a good view of one of the escorts behind you, taking a few shots, and it's quite an impressive scene. the Griffin class is able to, well, keep pace with the ship, while another one is making evasive maneuvers as well. At this point, you're given basically a holographic guide allowing you to make a very coordinated, well-timed exit from Reliant and make sure that you are able to hit the station. So you've got that on your side. It's got a large countdown timer and a progression for checkers to leap off and boost to the station.
Checkers has put on his neuro helmet. He's activated it. All systems nominal.
Everyone's holding on?
Everyone that's going with this team is holding on.
Holding on with magnet boots activated.
Magnet boot, probably a magnet clamp more than boots right now. Well, the boots do it.
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm activating my thing in boots that lets me walk on outside of ship mechanic that's in my suit.
So at this point, we are beginning to enter evasive maneuvers territory. So, Karjun Ronnie, this is going to be up to you. You see at the bridge DS9 and a defending force of Jem'Hadar ships. The USS, insert player ship name here, has proven a mighty distraction, and there's only a few blocking frigates and a battleship, but they're not able to put up a good round of blocking fire. However, it's still a bunch of fire, and you still have to make a precision entry and exit from the station. So go ahead and give me a control con roll.
Okay, so just to check real quick, I believe that if I invoke a value, I can add an extra dice, yes?
Yeah. That is, your determination. Although, actually, Rick, for mechanics, spending a determination in advance, does that give you an auto crit?
Yes.
Yeah. So it actually will give you an automatic crit on top of your roll.
Excellent. I'm invoking those who can, must. Because Kara Ginrani is the best damn pilot in the fleet, and if anybody can get you on that station, it's her.
All right, so you've got an automatic crit here, so go ahead and give me your con control roll with three complications.
What do you mean three complicated?
Well, 3 threats spent for a complication range of 17.
Okay, well, 3 successes, 1 complication.
All right. So, on the one hand, you were able to make the entry run perfectly fine. So, at this point, Randolph P. Checkers, you will need to do a con control roll as well, or con daring, to eject the urban mech from Reliant at the appropriate time.
Shouldn't we also get some ECM in here and have the ECM folks do a roll?
Yes, that too as well. So those folks who are handling the ECM, which is Setsa, Grawl, and Kieran, let's have this be principally done by Setsa, and then with assist rolls from Kieran and Grawl. That will be a science control.
Oh my god. Well, Kieran was no help.
I'm letting the ECM go for...
I kind of wish I could roll like this in D&D.
Same. I haven't had a D&D session in a long time.
1 success for Setsa, 1 success from Grawl, so that's 2 successes for the ECM team.
So, for getting on the ship, or for getting the crew where they need to go so far, we've got 5 successes and a complication.
It was 1
Tell
dice,
me when you
right?
want... Sorry.
Yeah, 1 dice.
Tell me when you want me to roll checkers.
Roll checkers.
Oh, God. Oh, shit!
4 successes! All right, let's go ahead and narrate this.
I was about to say, whatever the problem was that Kara had, Checkers just took care of it.
So, at this point... All right, so, you've got So, starting off, the ECM is able to really jam up the local sensor net. It won't last long, but they certainly won't be able to attack the urban mech. They will have no idea that you just deployed anything. It's not even you're gonna have to rely on it looks like we may have lost something. That mech is basically a ghost as far as the Jem'Hadar are concerned, and Deep Space Nine's defensive nets are concerned. Even passing through the shield, not going to be a problem. So, as Kara, as you are banking away from DS9, a fighter is coming in, and there's another one. It looks like these are like kamikaze maneuver. It will probably hit the shields pretty well, and while these fighters aren't going to be like a threat to the ship in itself, it's going to be a bad hit and might lead to more complications for, if you're pursued later. It's basically going to be a significant hit to the shields. However, as Checkers is jetting out from the hangar bay, he is able to bring the urban mech around, turn, and use his AC-20 to take out the fighters as he is landing in reverse on DS9's hull, skidding to a stop and using that ballistic volley to A, take out those fighters, and B, also not get detected as a unknown energy signature. So, Kara, you've just seen those fighters taken down by ballistic weapons fire, and you are free to jet out.
Well, I owe Checkers a drink. Probably not burrito juice. And Kara engages the warp to join the rest of the fleet. She's kind of made it look like she showed up a little too early and jumped the gun.
As far as the infiltration team, you have just gone through a very kinetic experience, and now you are on the hull.
Should anybody that wants to roll for, not throwing up can?
You know what, Rick will. What check fitness, I guess.
Command fitness, probably.
Because that thing does not have inertial dampeners, and it just
It's
like three backflips.
What are we rolling to not throw up again?
Anybody that's like holding on to the mech. Like
So
if you want to, if you
fitness
don't
medicine.
want to.
Fitness medicine? Okay.
Okay, well, that's still...
I don't want to, so I'm not going to. I just suggested it.
You know what? Daniel was doing space work before inertial dampeners were a thing. I'll say he's relatively used to these sensations. Because otherwise I'd be rolling with a target of 9.
Yay! John does not throw up. He is ready and assisting in the cockpit of the urban mech. Faberi is also perfectly fine. JB, Charog is also fine. Rick, fine. And yeah, that does it for the nausea rolls. Few people feel a little woozy, but no one has puked in their helmet. So you have an urban mech on DS9. What next?
Well, the Reliant have moved up to the nearest airlock, and they're hoping that Rick can hack their way in, and if Rick can't, then they'll just cut the door.
Would Rick be able to connect his thing to the DS9 sensor net now?
Like, sure. Like, if you're able to find an access port. So, finding one, let's go ahead and have that be an insight engineering roll.
Okay.
Would my focus in information hacking come to play here?
Once you get there.
Okay. Inside engineering?
No, not yet. From you.
Okay.
Riothans will also assist. They have a lot of eyes. They can help look around.
I guess Daniel is just kind of here. He's not really sure where he's supposed to be going right now.
Yeah.
Eli puts a hand on his shoulder. They're still attached to the mech. You're sticking with us.
And Faberi's going to watch out for danger.
One success, that's enough. Around the backside of one of the airlock ports, we're able to find actually with 2 successes, we're able to find and easily access a port that is well connected to DS9 systems. So at this point, JB, you will be able to assist Rick's incoming control engineering role to carefully access the information systems on DS9 to deploy your countermeasure suite.
Okay.
Let's just take... Oh, crap. We'll take the first dice, because with an assist, you're only supposed to roll 1.
Oh, crap.
Let's just have you re-roll that.
Is it slash roll?
I mean, you can do that, but you can also specify your dice count using /R, like /R space target 14 space 1.
I'll just tell you what I do is I usually use /D20, and then as you press tab, it'll take you through different things, and it'll say, what to put in the box. Like, target is always the first one.
Yeah. So I use /R. So if you're asking, like, for D20, you just look at your options. They're all there.
Oh, okay.
By the way, do we have any?
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Now, probably.
I mean, with checkers.
Yeah, with checkers, you guys have 3 momentum.
Okay. Well, Rick is going to use one of those.
I think that second roll's a little better.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I did 1 instead of 3.
Well, if you do 2 more, you're right where you need to be.
All right. So we have 3
4
successes.
successes.
Yeah, 4 successes in total. So you are able to effectively deploy your countermeasures, and there's no way that Jem'Hadar will be able to easily repel these within a reasonable amount of time. So you're able to both deploy what you guys are intending to do, and you don't have to worry about the Jem'Hadar disabling this stuff too soon. And you guys are going to be back up to 4 momentum.
Ooh. All right, now we just need to get access.
So are we all going together to try and find the...
There's 2, per the briefing you guys had, there's 2 teams.
Yeah, Eli did put his hand on your shoulder and say, "You're sticking with us." They're still attached to the mech, the other team.
Yeah, the other team is at the airlock that are going to be going to engineering. The ops team is still on the urban mech. So you are still where you need to be.
Okay.
Asking a question, are we all sticking together, is like, that's not inspiring confidence in character. People will just be like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no, I guess I forgot that multiple teams were coming over on the urban mech before splitting up. I just forgot that.
The other team was technically supposed to just launch themselves out the airlock, but we all just got on the urban mech. It's fine.
It is a lot easier just to have
everybody
on the
launched
urban
out
mech.
of. I was about to say they launched out at the same time as the urban mech. There was no reason to,
hitch on the urban mech. Okay, so anyway, the teams...
They didn't hitch on it. They just launched with it.
Yeah. So the teams are currently on the DS9 hull for the 2, and we will basically be getting to what your plans are exactly for spoofing DS9 systems. So this is where you get to make that final decision on what are you committing to for your various distractions. This is a JB and Rick decision, because you guys are the ones interfaced into the DS9 systems.
Okay, let's do some. We should do something with the replicators. I think the banana idea is a good idea. I think we'll do that.
I agree. That'll really catch them off guard and keep them distracted long enough for us to get on board and start infiltrating.
I think we could probably do some kind of... I mean, humans like their clown cars, right?
I was just thinking just like hot bananas, because they'd be sticky and gooey and just it'd get everywhere.
Well, as another option, have the replicators replicate the bananas and have the hollow transmitters start
clowns
with the clowns.
Bananas and clowns, that'll really get them guessing.
And I guess we'll just start doing. We just make sure that we hide ourselves through the sensor and just create random false readings in DS9 systems. So 1 minute it's the power coupling on level 4, then that's resolved, and then it's the life support in just in one of the pylons or just sort of general power fluctuations, just sort of general false readings that
random subsystem failures. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and I think those 3 should be good.
You've also got the options of having a distraction in ops with Hollow Columbo and deploying this entity called Miku to some other key location.
Okay, yeah, let's have Hollow Columbo on ops and Miku directly in engineering. so that Miku will distract the engineering team from actually figuring out what's going on a bit more.
All right, and as you are able to make all of these changes, around DS9, replicators start going off. Banana, hot. Banana, hot. As Jem'Hadar kind of like look at it, very confused and panicked, they're looking around to see if there's anything else at play. At various points in the station, like around the promenade especially, there's the sound of laughter as various distorted and colorful figures appear and start causing calamitous hijinks with whatever is closest at hand, which we'll narrate in just a moment. You've also got we can do the final scene with Columbo and Ops, but we've also got an entity called Miku appearing in engineering. And before we cut over to the promenade, where the clowns are causing a riot, you have this entity turn and says, "Oh no! Oh no! The bad guys here! Well, time to drop bodies!" And she pulls out a gun. So, Jarlin, do you want to do anything with the clowns and the Jem'Hadar in the promenade?
Well, I should point out that you have littered the ground with bananas and summoned a bunch of clowns. You have created slapstick hell. There are clowns sliding around every which way into Jem'Hadar. There's pies going every which way. For some reason, there's a clown car that is just barreling down the middle of the promenade. And all the while, laughter and calliope music everywhere.
From the promenade balcony, Vic Fontaine appears and begins singing, "Send in the clowns."
I don't suppose we can get that clown from that Voyager episode.
Oh, God, no. These are happy clowns.
Badgie shows up with face paint.
Would you like a pie in the face?
The insane clown posse are there.
They're the most dangerous clowns.
Doink the clown appears.
Krusty is just off in the corner having a smoke. And at that, we cut to a very angry, very bulky giant of a Jem'Hadar, Karukan. He slaps the control panel and says, "What the blazes is happening here? Oh, what? Is this the work of the O'Brien, the legendary fiend, the demon of engineering? He has foiled us, but we shall not bow to this pressure. We shall persevere, for we are Jem'Hadar, and we will regain our honor. Yes, our honor, our lives, and service the true changelings, the founders." And at this point, a figure appears.
The door to Ops slides open, and a bedraggled-looking man in a trench coat walks in, holding a cigar.
Quite the operation you've got going on here.
Are you the O'Brien?
Oh, me? No.
The figure holds out his hand for a handshake.
The name's Columbo, Lieutenant Columbo. I'm just here taking a
Jem'Hadar
look
immediately
around.
tries to impale Columbo to no avail.
Whoa! No need to be so hasty with the aggression. I'm just here to ask a couple questions. You know, routine operation here.
Are you some kind of ethereal spirit here to haunt us? To laugh at our failures?
Oh, no. I would never dream of mocking you, sir. Not in a million years. You see...
Yet you do not die.
From my understanding of my current existence as a free entity, I believe I'm something known as a hologram. Now, I'm a little fuzzy on the details. Hell, I'm a little fuzzy around the edges if you look at it.
And he holds up his hand and wiggles it around.
But, you know...
He tries to cut off the hand. And he's just stabbing, attempting to stab Columbo through this monologue while the other officers on point are just kind of looking at each other at this point, as a lot of mental anguish is just coming out of Karukan at this point.
I can see you're having a bit of a tough time dealing with the current situation as it's unfolding. You want to maybe sit down, talk about it, maybe go start from the beginning, See how it's spiraled out of control from here.
Karukan yells, pulls out a Polaroid minigun, and just starts firing. Just firing around. There's a lot of destruction around miscellaneous systems.
I should probably, I'll let you cool down for a moment.
And Columbo just kind of walks over to a corner and puffs on his cigar until he stops shooting.
Karukan kind of tilts back and says, "They won't take it from us. They won't take it from us. We are champion." And with that, we'll call it a night. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll continue on with the raid in part 2.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
No, I mean Vic Fontaine is good, but if ICP is there, all the clowns are going to start singing ICP.